The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
It is Fitzy and Wippa with you on Nova for your Wednesday morning. I tell you what, my wife is addicted to this television show. Under investigation with Liz Hayes. It's time to get serious. Well, and usually we're watching it. I shouldn't admit this too, Liz, but we're in bed and we sit down at night and it's time for me to go to bed because I've got to get up early. And then all of a sudden we are getting right in the middle of an investigation with Liz Hayes. It's on tonight, 9 p.m. on Channel 9. She joins us now.
Liz Hayes.
Yeah.
Oh. What happens then?
What do you mean, Liz?
So your wife's wanting to watch and then you're wanting to sleep. Then you're in the middle of an investigation. So what do you do?
It's really hard because I have to say the lights are out. It's done. And Gary Jubilin's usually going into an investigation and going full on.
Well, you should never investigate the crime in Fitzy's bedroom.
Oh.
No. Liz, what I think is interesting too, and we were talking about this the other day on the show, is just the fascination with crime, whether it's a podcast or it's a TV show or it's an investigation like you guys hold, but it's about not only wanting to understand the psyche and the headspace of, a murderer, it's also that people watch it looking for clues of things that may exist in their life to go, keep an eye on that guy. Keep an eye on Matt De Groot. Okay. That laugh wasn't sincere. Okay. So do you know what I mean?
I do know what
people
you mean.
People are obsessed with it.
No. People are... in fact, I was out to dinner the other night and somebody fell asleep, to my horror, in one of my shows. And she said, did the blah, blah, blah do it? I can't actually say it. Because, and I said... What do you mean? She said, I fell asleep at the very important minute. And I had to say to her, probably.
Probably.
Put her out of her misery. But, people do try to figure it out.
Yeah, of course. Problem solving.
Do you know what, Liz, we were just having a chat to Liz off air as well. Liz heard our Ruby Rose chat that we had yesterday, and we're fascinated because interviewing techniques and style is, like, I'm really fascinated that you only get a certain amount of time with a person and you've got to build up their trust before you extract information out of this person, which is really, really hard to do.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of body language, to be honest.
Well, it is.
In your scenario, you're live, and that's what happened when I was on the Today Show as well, and you've got about 3 or 4 minutes, and how am I going, by the way?
You're doing really well, Liz, really well.
Through to the next round.
And you've got to get to the salient point.
Yeah.
And you're trying to figure out when can I ask that question that she doesn't want asked.
Yes.
But you will read her.
Yes.
You did.
Yep, we waited. And we spoke about other things first and then we asked at the end. And I think she handled it quite well.
But she knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You can't arrive in Australia and do media rounds and not expect that to be...
Do you know...
This is for anyone who's thinking this is her relationship that she had with, I think it was Jess from the Veronicas. And she's written that she's... In her book, there's an explosive, she will tell the truth. So we needed to get to that point. But we were really nervous about asking because we didn't want the interview to, we didn't want it to ruin the interview. And you've done this plenty of times on 60 Minutes where... 60 Minutes is pre-recorded, so you could talk to a person for a certain amount of time before you get their trust and go in for the kill list.
I can, yes. No, well, it's 60 Minutes. To be honest, if an interview goes for more than an hour, we're probably not getting anywhere.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
I mean, it would... That's a long interview.
So you'd have roller coaster rides in interviews where you're going, I'm going really well here, and then others where I'm getting nothing out of them.
Yeah, no, you pick and choose your moments. You can see now's not right, but now might be right. You can feel it. You can see it. But you have to ask it. Ultimately, you have to ask.
That's the thing. I loved watching David Letterman talk to Jay-Z. He wanted to bring up the fact that obviously he cheated on Beyonce. So you're thinking there as a viewer, how is he going to get to that question?
Because you want to hear it.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to know what he has to say on it because he hasn't really spoken about that. So David Letterman shares a story about his behaviour with his wife and how he did the wrong thing and then turns to Jay-Z and says, so can you relate to that?
And did he say yes?
He said, yes, I can.
Okay.
And here's what
he could have said no.
But he turned it into, which I thought was clever, just two guys sharing their experience about something they had in common.
Yeah, that's clever.
Anyway, you're constantly looking at different angles about how to approach something.
Yeah, well, I was listening to you and I was agonising for you. I was listening to the interview and I was thinking, any minute now.
You are. are here for the headline off today. You're up against Maddie De Groot. This is where I give you a topical story and you need to give us your best headline, Liz. You absolutely annihilated Maddie De Groot last time. Are you ready to go again?
I didn't.
You did really well.
You killed it.
That's why we've got you back.
Come on.
We're going to be doing it next. Headline off, don't go anywhere. Maddie De Groot versus Liz. We've got the magnificent Liz Hayes, and you can catch her tonight under investigation with Liz Hayes, 9 p.m. on Channel 9, but she's here for the headline off.
Well, Matt De Groot's job is to read out headlines. He's not that great at it, but gets it right sometimes.
What's coming up in Nova News?
I gotta head to the kitchen, actually.
Liz Hayes is about to rip out his spine. Well, metaphorically, with some headlines.
There it is.
This is so unfair. Liz Hayes is one of the most respected, eloquent, graceful people on Australian television.
Top notch.
And you have to come here and do this with your day. I'm so sorry, Liz.
Thank you, Liz.
It's been a ripper of a day. I've already been put on Married at First Sight. Thank you for that.
You can't lose from here on in.
Which during the song, she was like, I really thought you were trying to... No.
All right.
This is the lowest point of your day now.
Well, you know what the lowest... unfortunately, we've got to give you... This is a topical story, Liz, but the first one that we're going with this morning is Mum says that she doesn't use toilet paper because they have a shared family cloth to save money.
Come on, mate.
Your best headline, Maddie De Groot, you can go first. Off you go.
Come on, in front of Liz Hayes, this upsets my tummy. I thought this show was supposed to be smart funny.
I mean, conversational headline.
Isn't it?
It's not bad. Liz, we need your headline. Off you go.
Sharing is caring. That's what I say a lot. But don't you dare do that with my tablecloth.
Easy one for Liz
And
Hayes.
it's delivery as well. Wonder Liz Hayes. Liz, you're going first on this next one. Here we go. The next topical story this morning. Swanky cocktail bash turns to disaster at one of Australia's top museums as a clumsy partygoer falls on an artist's priceless work. Best headline, Liz Hayes.
The artwork is a disaster. The broken pieces are many, but it's still nothing compared to what Huey painted on Fitzy's telly.
Do you want to tell Liz what did happen? Sort of ties into the first headline.
When he was about 2 years of age, Liz, he decided to put up a bit of artwork on the television out of his nappy.
I love that.
Liz
Did you ever
Hayes.
get that out?
Yeah, I know. No, we got rid of the television very quick.
Like on a blanket? It just
Yeah, it
doesn't
was
go.
horrible.
Sorry.
You're welcome to go at the midpoint of this competition. You deserve so much better from us.
Couldn't agree more. Here we go.
An issue for sure, and what a big hit. But let's be honest, most art is overpriced shit.
That's not bad. Actually, I'm going to give that to Maddie De Groot. It's
you,
1-1.
mate.
Okay, we're down to the last one.
Aggressive.
Maddie, back to you. You're going first here. Last story. Woman accidentally eats $100,000 heart-shaped chip.
Oh, yeah.
This was a competition. It was $100,000 if you find a heart-shaped chip. She found it, but then she ate it. Best headline.
Eating a chip worth that much, you may feel your life's over, unless you live in Rose Bay and drive a Range Rover.
Just a strange tie into a chip.
That's leading at the moment. We haven't heard from Liz. Best headline.
Well, eating a $100,000 chip, well, it doesn't get much bolder. That's almost as expensive as a chip on Wippa's shoulder. Oh, my God.
So, two Wippa jokes for the last one. Liz, I
hurt.
don't... Yeah.
You need a therapist.
I do. I'll be checking in this afternoon.
Just asking for a friend.
Liz Hayes is the winner.
Liz Hayes, well done. Well done.
It was rigged, I think.
I don't know.
Well, good things come in threes. We'll have to get you back again for headline off, Liz.
Oh, look, it's clearly I do it so well.
Liz, have you done wrap-up of the week on this show?
Oh, can you rap, Liz?
I can't. No.
We do love you, Liz. Thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate your time.
I appreciate the invitation, so thank you.
Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.